Today marks 23 years since the worst terror attack in U.S. history. On September 11, 2001, Al-Qaeda terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes and crashed them into the World Trade Center towers, the Pentagon, and a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in the attacks. This year also marks a dark milestone. More New York first responders have now died from post-9/11 illnesses than died on the actual day of the attack. We begin our coverage with Christina in Lower Manhattan at the 9/11 Memorial.
Good afternoon, Cindy. Of all the moments in the ceremony, the reading of the names elicits the most tears every year as family members reflect on the last conversations they had with their loved ones, important milestones missed, and memories that will never be made. 23 years. The reality of this day remains raw and painful and wrenching. The sight of a gleaming tower, little comfort to those who still grieve for lost friends and family. There is, after all these years, a sameness to the ceremony. The sunshine often seems a bit more brilliant, as it was that fateful day. Dignitaries come every year to pay their respects, but for those who gather on this somber anniversary, the remembrance of loved ones still seems like yesterday.
I have sunflowers every year, not just because they remind me of my Uncle Richie, but because in a time of such profound darkness, they always look for the light.
Hearing personal stories of those whose lives have been changed by this experience in one way or another will always be profound.
I was a mathematics teacher in Brooklyn, and it just changed my life. It actually motivated me when I got home and saw all of the video and the imagery of what had happened. I decided to join the NYPD.
Even from those who might not have been born in 2001.
We give out food in your name.
There is still a reverence for this day of service, a respect for the comfort needed, all set against pools reflecting absence, filled with so many tears that have been shed.
I just want to be honored to be here and to wear your badge number as a police officer.
Robert, my little brother. I know we will meet again.
23 years is like 23 seconds. On September 11th, my brother disappeared. But this place has become my altar.
God bless America.
And Cindy, as you mentioned, this anniversary also marks a somber milestone for the FDNY. 370 members of the department have now died from 9/11 related illnesses, more than the 343 who passed away on that day. Reporting from Lower Manhattan, Christina, CBS News, New York.
In Nassau County, a ceremony was held at Point Lookout to honor the Long Islanders who lost their lives on September 11th. Those who died on 9/11 and the first responders taken by cancer during the days of rescue and months of cleanup were remembered. Local leaders say the crowd for the event never dwindles.
It gets bigger and bigger every single year. People love to come down here to reflect, to be together, and to remember.
I lost my husband, Ronnie, on 9/11. It's tough. He was a member of Squad 288 in Maspeth, Queens. His firehouse lost the most men in the entire department.
Nearly 500 Long Islanders lost their lives on 9/11. Jersey City honored 39 of its residents who died on September 11th. The annual remembrance ceremony was held at Jersey City's 9/11 Memorial along the Hudson River, right across from where the Twin Towers once stood. On the day of the terror attacks, Jersey City's waterfront became a triage center for those fleeing Manhattan by ferries. This morning, dozens of people, including those who lost friends and loved ones, came to honor the dead, many throwing flowers into the river. First responders read out the names of Jersey City residents who were killed during the terror attacks.
Nancy Carol Farley.
Unreal, just an unreal experience then, and 23 years later, it still feels unreal. I was working on Water Street, and when the first plane hit, none of us really understood what was happening. One woman who had been around for the '93 attack knew right away that it was a terror attack, but most of us really didn't believe that until the second plane.
Barbara Smith's best friend was killed in the North Tower. Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop also came across the river on a ferry on 9/11. After the attacks, he joined the Marine Corps and deployed to Iraq. More than 700 people from New Jersey were killed on 9/11. Nearly 3,000 people were killed at the Twin Towers, including two of our own here at CBS, Isaias Rivera and Robert Pattison. Isaias was a CBS 2 engineer who worked at our transmitter inside the towers. Robert was also a broadcast engineer who worked there. Both men were on the 110th floor of One World Trade at the time of the attacks. We at CBS 2 send our heartfelt condolences to the Rivera and Pattison families. A memorial was held in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where 40 passengers and crew members aboard United Airlines Flight 93 lost their lives. It's believed the hijackers crashed the plane after passengers and crew tried to regain control of the aircraft. Within the hour, President Biden and Vice President Harris are expected to take part in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Former President Trump is also expected to later visit the memorial to participate in a private wreath-laying. And in Arlington, Virginia, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin participated in a ceremonial wreath-laying at the Pentagon to mark 9/11 attacks. He offered his condolences to the families, friends, and loved ones of the 184 people who were killed when Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. He told the crowd that no words could take away that grief, but their time to take comfort that their loved ones will never be forgotten. Since the attack, several of the children of first responders who lost their lives have decided to join the FDNY and NYPD to honor their relatives. We spoke with Kate Levy, who lost her father, Joseph, an FDNY lieutenant, on 9/11. She helped create an organization to ensure that younger generations are educated about 9/11 and the days that followed.
Our mission is to be able to educate the next generation and spread awareness of just what, and tell the stories of what 9/11 was and what it means. And I think that there is something that's really important, that we continue on the legacy of all those men and women, and not only those men and women who passed away, but also who were down here, who were there and just so instrumental in the rescue and the recovery, and then also to honor those who are still living with the effects from 9/11 as well.
Stay with CBS News New York for continuing coverage as we remember 9/11. Alice Gaynor was at today's ceremony. Look for her report starting at 5.